Today, I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna pit two popular movies against each other in an epic battle of awesomeness. Today, I've chosen two of the most highly acclaimed films of all time, The Godfather 1 and its sequel, The Godfather 2. Both are incredible movies, and it's a huge debate which is the best in their respective trilogy. So, let's see which one wins. They are going to battle in 7 different categories. The categories are plot, writing, introduction, conclusion, acting, best scene, and protagonist. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. The first category is introduction. Now, these are both amazing introductions. Godfather 2 opens with our very first view of young Vito Corleone and how he had to run all the way from Italy to America, all alone with absolutely nothing. It's amazing and so much cooler as we see him rise throughout the movie. I'm going to give this one to The Godfather 1 here. It's one of my favorite intros I've ever seen, where we see a man tell his story to a shadowy figure behind the desk. We instantly are just sucked into this world and just know how truly powerful the Godfather is. And I love the back and forth between Vito and Bonacera here. It's just awesome. So now the Godfather's up 1-0. Let's see who takes the next point. The second point is going to be conclusion. And I once again am going to give this point to The Godfather 1 here. The second movie is a tragic ending, where we see Michael all alone years later, showing how his actions throughout this movie didn't help his empire, actually ruined it. But I love just how the first movie completes Michael's character arc. It shows that in the end, Michael's not the same hero we once knew. He lied to Kay, showing that he's willing to do these things now, and he's completed his journey into becoming the next Godfather. And the door closing in the end, combined with Kay's expression, just makes this so much better. The third point here is going to be writing, and I think this is where I'm going to give my first point to The Godfather 2. I've always thought this about sequels, but since they don't have to introduce the world or the characters, it just gets to flesh everything out better here. We get amazing writing on both Vito and Michael, and the parallels between them throughout the movie are amazing. We see one Corleone rise to power, while another one is falling. Plus the side characters like Tom and Fredo get some great moments and arcs as well. The Godfather 1 has amazing writing as well, but I feel like that it's a little more limited to just the main cast and not as much towards all of the side characters. Finally, Godfather 2 has a point. Let's see if it can tie it up in the next round. The fourth point is going to be protagonist, and I'm once again going to give this one to The Godfather 2. Michael has just an incredible character arc in this first movie, where he goes from the hero to the villain in the end, but I enjoyed him so much more in this second movie. We get to see this new Godfather side of him, and it's absolutely awesome. He's ruthless, he's cunning, he's brutal, and I like how he takes the empire way differently from Vito, where he cares more about power than his family, which is the opposite of what Vito stood for and what he wanted. Plus, Al Pacino is so good in this movie. He's really great in the first one already, but I think he really shines here. It's a shame that he didn't win that Oscar, though. But yeah, I don't think this one's a hot take. Godfather 2 takes it. Finally, the score's set up. Let's see who's going to take this next one. This next category is acting, and this one is super tough. I think that The Godfather 2 is amazing with its performances, because we finally get Robert De Niro in here, and combined with Al Pacino and Diane Keaton, I think we get so many great moments. But I think overall, we get better performances here in The Godfather 1. We have Robert Duvall, James Caan, and Al Pacino give some of their best roles, and of course Marlon Brando gives one of the greatest performances of all time. So I think that amongst the characters in Godfather 1, we get overall better performances. So I think that takes the point here. For number 6, this point is going to be plot. And I think personally The Godfather clears in this one. My biggest issue with The Godfather 2 was pacing, as I don't think it did the best it could have meshing its pacing and its plot together. There's so much in this movie that a lot of its scenes just aren't paced the best. The Godfather 1 is an amazing cohesive plot that has incredible highs, and it keeps you interested the entire time, which is super important when you're watching a long movie. There's so much that happens in every scene where you don't get bored, so that's why it's taking this point. I know a lot of you Godfather 2 stans out there are going to disagree, but again, this is just my opinion, so whatever. Finally, last point is possibly the most important with best scene. This was by far the closest matchup so far. I think that the best scene from the very first Godfather is for sure the baptism scene. This is where we truly see Michael step into the role of Godfather. And seeing the culmination of this entire movie come to this point where all the Corleone's enemies are just killed, combined with the peaceful background of the baptism, with Michael simply saying, "I do renounce him," over and over. It's just so epic. The best scene from the second Godfather movie is really tough between Michael's isolation or his second massacre. But I'm going to go with Michael's second massacre here. And Michael's second massacre is also who I'm going to give the point to for this one. The scene itself isn't better than the first movie, but what makes it so good here is the symbolism and writing. It parallels so well with the first movie, because the massacre there was so triumphant and truly put the Corleone family at top. This one, however, feels so hollow and empty to the audience, because Michael isn't killing these people for the good of the family. He's purely just doing it for his own ego and his own gain, showing that he just wanted to take revenge just because he felt that these people insulted him so much he couldn't let them live. So while both scenes are legendary, I am going to give this point to The Godfather 2. I think what it does to elevate the massacre scene in the first movie adds so much depth towards Michael's character, and that it makes it a better scene overall. So the final score is 4-3, a close game between the two, but overall my winner here is The Godfather 1. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with me on this, and let me know also if you want to see more videos like this. Like and subscribe if you want to, and have a great day.